Hi Nurses, let's answer 10 delegation questions for your exam and make sure to stick until the end because we are going to rationalize it. Passing score, 7 out of 10. Let's go. Answer time. Number 1. A client with dementia is found incontinent of stool in bed. Which task is most appropriate to assign or to delegate to the UAP? Or we have the unlicensed assistive personnel, okay? Or in the Philippines, we call them nursing assistants. So remember nurses, UAPs, the patients who are assigned to them for the unlicensed assistive personnel, remember, these are stable patients who receives routine tasks. Okay? Remember that. Stable patients with routine tasks. Sometimes we call them dirty jobs. Okay? And remember, anything that relates to assessment, teaching, and evaluation, and also like unstable clients, that's the job of an RN. Remember that, okay? So this one, with dementia, incontinent, it means it voids or it poops on his or her bed. So which task is most appropriate to the unlicensed assistive personnel? A. Assess skin integrity. Again, as we mentioned earlier, anything that deals with assessment is an RN's job. So this is not the answer. B. Clean the client and change linens. Could be because this is part of the routine and a dirty job as well. C. Apply barrier cream to prevent breakdown. Application of barrier cream, guys, requires evaluation. Nurses must check it for the wound quality before they provide ointments or creams. So this one requires evaluation from the RN. So this is an RN's job. So this is X. D. Document characteristics of the stool. Documentation is part of an RN's job. So this is an RN. So we have the correct answer, which is B. To clean the client and change the linens. Okay? I hope you're right. Next, number 2. A UAP or unlicensed personal assistive personnel reports that a patient had a large, loose bowel movement. What is the priority action of the nurse? So this is a prioritization question. Is it A, instruct the UAP to document the stool, B, ask the UAP if there was blood or unusual odor, C, assess the patient immediately, and D, notify the healthcare provider? Okay. What is the priority action from the nurse? Remember, there is a large loose bowel movement. As you can tell, nurses, there are no immediate or sudden symptoms, or like there is no sudden or emergency symptoms in the question. So we can say that this is not an emergency, okay? Because It's just a bowel movement. There's no saying that there is blood or whatever, or the patient cannot breathe. So this is not immediate or sudden complications. So what should be our first priority? You have to remember, guys, the principle of ADPI. In ADPI, we know this is the nursing process. The first thing to do is we need to assess. If there is no emergency or no sudden immediate complications, we automatically assess what's wrong. Okay? So A, instruct the UAP to document the stool. No, this is an RN's job. We must not assign it to the unlicensed personnel. B, ask the UAP if there was blood or unusual odor. No, we need to assess. We need to do it ourselves. We do not ask for second opinions. So B is asking for a second opinion. We do not need this. We need to see it by ourselves. As an RN, we need to check it. C, assess the patient immediately. Yeah, this is good. Or D, notify the healthcare provider. So notifying the healthcare or the physician, it doesn't really reflect on our job. As nurses, we need to do something first. Remember that, okay? In the PNLE or NCLEX, guys, we need to do something. We need to choose to do something, okay? We need choices that pertain us taking action. So, notifying the healthcare agad-agad is not really good. It doesn't really exercise our jobs as nurses. So, C is the correct answer. We need to assess first. I hope it's clear. Next question. Number 3, which task should the nurse not delegate to a UAP for a patient with diarrhea? Okay? Things we do not delegate. So we are looking for a negative answer. Is it A, changing bed linens? As we all know, this is a routine task. This is actually for UAP. B, measuring stool output. You can do this, measure. You can assign that to the UAP. This is a dirty job. C, assessing. The keyword is assess for dehydration. This is not the job of a UAP. And providing perineal care, this is a routine task. So we can give it to the UAP. So without further ado, we should not delegate assessment because that is a job of a nurse. I hope it's clear. Number 4, a newly admitted patient has frequent loose stools and weakness. Okay, there's weakness and there is frequent loose stool. Which tasks is the best to assign to the UAP? Again, remember, these are stable patients and routine tasks. So which one is the best to assign to the UAP? A, monitor for electrolyte imbalance. Monitoring is also assessment. Again, assessment is the job of an RN. So this is not for the UAP. Assist the patient to the bathroom. Yes, could help the UAP because this patient could be stable. And if they have bathroom privileges, it means the doctors allow them to move up and down. So these patients are already stable. C, evaluate fluid status. Evaluation is part of ADPI and ADPI is for RNs. So you should not assign this to the UAP. D, develop a skin care plan is part of planning and that is a job of RN. So we assist them to ADLs, actions of daily living. So this is very good for UAPs because if the patient has a bathroom privileges, it means the patient is becoming stable. Okay? So B is the correct answer. Next, number 5. The nurse delegates stool care to the unlicensed assistive personnel, which finding reported by the UAP requires immediate RN action. So we are looking for sudden complications. We need to look for unusual symptoms. Sometimes it's ABC, prioritization. So what assessment finding should we immediately take action? Is it A, Brown-Forman stool is actually very normal, so this is not something to be reported. B, small amounts of mucus. This is actually okay because some of our stool has mucus in it. C, black tarry stool. This indicates melena or GI bleeding. So this could be an emergency situation. Soft stool after meal. This is actually very normal. So C is the immediate finding that we should take action with. Because black tarry stool is an indication of GI bleeding or melena. It should be upper GI bleeding. No? To be specific, it's upper GI bleeding. Next, number 6, guys. Which statement by the UAP indicates a correct understanding of delegation? So we are looking for a positive answer. We are looking for correct understanding. So let's read the statements. Is it A, I will report changes after my shift? B, I will report unusual stool immediately. C, I will duct stool characteristics. Or D, I will decide if the nurse needs to know. Letter D is very wrong, guys. I will decide. No, you should not. You should always report to the RN on duty. Unlicensed assisted personnel should always report to the RN. Okay? UAP to RN, and then RN to the senior nurse, and the senior nurse to the head nurse. That is the delegation process. So I will decide if the nurse should needs to know. No, you need to inform the nurse. C, I will document the stool characteristics. Documentation again is the job of an RN. Yes, you can document as a UAP, but we need to give it to the patient, to the nurse when doing it in the short. But as UAPs, you can document on your own. B, I will report unusual stool immediately. That is correct because reporting is part of your job as a UAP to report to the RN. And then I will report changes after my shift. No, it should be during your shift or during the time that you assisted or you found out. You notice that your patient is already bleeding, so you report it immediately. So B is a correct understanding. Next, a patient with C. difficile or Clostridium difficile infection has frequent diarrhea. Which task is appropriate to delegate? Assess the abdomen for tenderness. Again, assessment is a job of an RN. So we should not delegate this. B, administer antibiotics. This is a job of an RN, guys, because this is complex and it requires clinical judgment. Administering of medications is strictly an RN's job. So that is not for the UAP. C, clean the patient using proper PPE. Protective equipment because the patient has C. difficile and C. difficile is contagious. So this is actually very nice. The patient should be required to wear PPE. D. Evaluate the effectiveness of treatment. Evaluation again is an RN's job in the process of the nursing. Evaluation is part of ADPI, which is a nursing process, and RN's job. So that requires us to see. We can delegate cleaning because cleaning is a dirty job which can be done by the UAP. I hope it's clear, guys. Next, a UAP asks, number 8, should I apply cream to the patient's reddened skin after cleaning stool? What is the best response? Is it A, yes, apply it every bowel movement. B, no, I will assess the skin first. C, ask the another nurse. Or D, document it instead. No? Should I apply cream if the patient has reddened skin? Okay, so the UAP noticed that there is red skin. Okay, so what is the best response is always the nurse should assess first. Remember that, nurses, okay? The nurse should assess first and decide if he or she will put a cream, an ointment, or anything that the doctor ordered. So the best response of the nurse is actually to, no, I will assess skin first, right? So yes, apply it every bowel movement. No, you need to check it first. As a nurse, we need to check, we need to assess first. B, ask another nurse. This is assigning to another nurse. This is not very effective and document it instead. That's not a job of the UAP. That's the job of a nurse. So we need to document and we need to decide for ourselves and we will assess the skin first. Remember that, guys. Number 9. Which patient is most appropriate for unlicensed assistive personnel delegation regarding toileting? Appropriate. Remember, for UAPs, we only give stable and routine tasks and some dirty jobs. So which one here is appropriate for the UAP? A, post of patient 2 hours after surgery. B, stable patient with unstable vital signs. You have a keyword here. This is not good for him. Stable patient needing assistance to the toilet. You have a clue already. And patient with new onset confusion. There's not good because the patient is not stable. Okay? And letter A is post-operative. Post-op patients, guys, are very unstable patients. They might experience bleeding or complications from the surgery, and it requires nurses' attention. So A is not good as well. So we have a clue here. It's actually C. It's stable patient assisting to the toilet. So it means the patient already has bathroom privileges and they are becoming stable. Last number, guys, number 10. A nurse delegates perineal care after incontinence or the uncontrollable bleeding. Which action requires intervention? So it means it may be wrong. The perineal care is wrong. So we need to find a negative answer. Because this requires intervention, it means which action requires correction. Okay? So A, cleaning from front to back. Actually, this is very good. Front to back talaga yan to prevent infection. Okay? Because if you do it back to front, the tendency is from your anus, the bacteria that will be transferred in front of your reproductive organ from the women. So it can cause infection. So it's always front to back, from clean to dirty. Okay? B, reporting redness. Yes, this is actually good. A UAP should always report for any unusual findings in the patient. So this is actually very good. C, cleaning with clean gloves. This is actually correct. We have to protect yourself as well. So you need to put on gloves when doing perineal care. D, skipping hand hygiene after. No. Hand hygiene is important before and after any procedure. And this is part of the safety standards of the hospital. So safety first, hand hygiene before and after any type of procedures. So D is the correct answer. This is something that you should intervene, that you should correct your UAP. You must tell them you should wash your hands before and after. Okay? Do not skip it. So how was your score, guys? I hope you got 7 and higher scores. If not, just continue watching my other videos regarding delegation for you to master it. Remember, this is very important for your PNLE and NCLEX. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you learned something new today and see you in my next videos. Bye!